Hello, I'm John Proxy live, and I'm having a Witcher 3 Wild Hunt adventure, and I'm going to use Keira's boat to get to Fyke Isle. You see, Keira, she's this sorceress. I was looking for Ciri, of course, who's also a sorceress, sort of a half Witcher, half sorcerer type person. I'm not sure what she is. She's like the Emperor's daughter, though. So the Wild Hunt are trying to track her down, so I'm trying to track her down first to help her. They should just track me down. That would make things much easier for them. But whatever, let's not tell them that. Anyway, I had this lady, Keira, help me out. But now I'm helping her out. And that's why I'm getting on this boat. I'm going to lift a curse on an island. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump on this boat. Let's take the helm. Right, we're going to go to Fyke Isle. Who knows what we'll see once we get there. Let's accelerate the boat. I know the boat's not going very fast, but I'm sort of used to it kind of splashing outwards in a certain way. Put that off screen. Ah! Oh, I broke the boat a bit. Let's not break the boat anymore. I wasn't even going that fast. Very delicate. It's a bit of a crappy boat, to be honest. I was going to see if I could do a wheelie. A boat wheelie. Does that exist? Is there such thing as a boat wheelie? Or a boat endo? Can't see one, so that's obviously not the island. It's going to be some... How far away is this island? Ooh! It's got its own boat. That's cool. Tower full of mice. Yeah. I couldn't find the quest.
Can you hear me? How goes it? Where are you?
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I imagine such a thing could break the game, so I'm gonna assume that that's gonna get broken at some point. Because the idea of long-range communication could absolutely break both stories. That's why you don't have stories with people. Like, if you've ever seen a horror film, their mobiles will go out of signal. But at the start, any modern horror film that'll happen, because otherwise they'd just phone the police. You guys, I'm going to land somewhere else. Oh, I have to go there. Very clever, you. Leave the helm, goddammit. Now for the mice.
Gerald? Are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear. Great. Sheesh. Should I make this magic?
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Oh, there's lots of feces. This was my lowest level mission, this. It's not that they're difficult, except there's so many of them. Right. Oh. Oh god, they explode. Of course they do. Bollocks. They seem to be dead. But yeah, let's remember rock fiends explode. Hey, my horse made it somehow. Can I put my horse on my boat? I must find out. Later. Oh no, let's do the quest now. I want to go in there. Oh, let's not go in there. Let's just do the quest for the time being. We're very busy as it is. think, because I put everything in fast attack, but maybe I want to put stuff in the other sort of attack. Oh, you bastard. Maybe I don't. Maybe fast attack it is. Alright, let's meditate. And save. Make sure I'm recording. I am. Lovely. Video started, but bad things have happened before. Use magic lamp to find ghosts. It's optional. This entire thing is optional, so. Wrong button, John. Stay away from the massive gang. I'm not quite sure how this lamp business is working. Maybe Witcher Sense will help. Nah, Witcher Sense is just sending me to enemies. Well, I'm at 5 health. I've got a marker I can teleport away if I really want. That'll help. Not seen any ghosts yet. A piece of wood. Ah.
Let's try Kira's land.
Right, yeah.
They're on to us. They'll not let Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be gobbling meat. With no notion we's coming to tear him to shreds.
There's no notion of that.
Way's clear, lads. Adam!
Cool. Yeah, why wouldn't I do that? Get 50 experience. Now, there's the way in. That's the way in, obviously. Okay. There's the tower. Tower full of mice. There's a symbol, a plus symbol. And more importantly, a hag. You can fight us somewhere where I can see you, please. Damn. Fuck! I just did a mission thing. Please give me a save at that mission place. When was the last time I saved? Sorry. Stop fiddling around with that, John. It's going to annoy people. I don't think there's anyone watching live. It's not going to annoy anyone. They can't hear you. That's where my other mic is. My YouTube mic. And this is my Twitch mic. There you go. That's the explanation of my mics. That's got a mic on as well, but I turned that one off because I don't like it picking me up and I don't want to be picked up. Also, the sound's rubbish. That's why I use this. I had to buy an extra thing for my Xbox controller so I could do the same there. Because I don't want to use the sound coming from the Kinect. No. Just the Xbox. But at the very least, the Xbox has a mute button on it, so don't know if that's worth 16 quid, but there we go. We might see ghosts before. And he can only walk with a lamp. I pretty much know the way. I'll try not to get in any fights. Don't think they'll do me any good. We'll see though. Quite easy enough to suddenly get my sword out if anyone starts on me. Spike Isle, in fact, let's save. Like so. There's a ghoul. There we go, one dead ghoul. Fine, let's heal. I don't even want to fight the ghouls. Let's get all the ghouls' blood at the very least. We can run while he's fighting with the green out. No, not anymore. Gotta walk everywhere. Very slowly. Where's the way? There, I can see green. Oh, it shines green. It's good. I know it is. It's going to shine green.
Let's try Keira's lamp.
They're onto us. They'll not let Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Sorry, I was seeing if I could get a better position.
They're onto us. They'll not let Graham in.
Oh, damn, sorry.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Ah, Babylon.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be goblin meat. With no notion he's coming to tear him to shreds.
These men
Wait's
are
clear, lads. Adam!
Alright, let's meditate and say again. Just so we don't have to listen to that again. That's alright. If I see green, I know how to use it. Like so.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie! Millie, what's with you?
I don't know. So hot. Burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me.
Yay! What was the other way? Oh, I'll investigate the other side as well. Oh, this is the other side. And it's locked. Let's save that conversation as well. Oh, yeah, it's happening. So I was expected to save on that bit, but... Looks like loot. No, it's not loot. So the old lady might attack you. Oi. Wrong button. Don't know that, do you? Put the lamp away. Cut the queue, old lady. Let's repair some armor. How long have I needed to repair that? Empty bottle.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
The place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. I think they're feeding on...
Look, Geralt, stop. You need to be so detailed.
Right. Green fire. It's interesting.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for it, and the daughter. To the top!
Well, that's not very nice. Well, it's the world they live in, I guess. Okay. The knocking's a bit creepy, I'm gonna be honest. Is that not... Is that supposed to be doing that? Is this a ghost or is it a glitch?
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
It's going to be another horrible story, isn't it? It's all horrible stories, John, all the way down. That's the trick. They're always horrible.
Blood. Many must have died here.
Well, everyone died, didn't they? For one reason or another. Let's keep going up the tower. Let's do the rest of in before we do the rest of out. Actually. Never mind, let's check outside. There we go. Some nice stuff. Haha! We still something. Ooh! That was cool. Aw. Thought it was suddenly going to turn into Assassin's Creed. I mean, it would have been really cool if they just left it really long to do that. Let's do this without knowing about the repercussions. Alright, no repercussions.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone
Ooh.
there?
There should be gold around. Curse
Who
gold.
are you?
Gold. There he is. It wasn't gold when I tried stealing it. Hopefully they don't mind me stealing glyphs and shit. Skillage Gamberson. Noon Wraith decoction. Still don't know what the decoctions do. I've made a few. Thought I did. Looks like a letter. Apparently it isn't. Keep going upstairs. Oh, dark steel. It's very kind of, well, it's gust, isn't it? Nobody comes home. Which is like, nah, screw it, I don't care. I'll come home.
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top.
Laboratory.
Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Should have built a mechanism. Oh, they did build a mechanism. And I can hear crying. Yay, crying. Oh, hang on. I'm an idiot. Well, that wasn't very well hidden. There's two giant levers.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Right. Was there an accident here that happened at the same time? Or maybe because, you know, like the start of zombie films, where the zombie outbreaks are actually caused by scientists making a zombie virus, and then like protesters coming in and causing it to spill. That's 28 days later, I think. But Annabelle. Should have looted the place first. I should have remembered this is going to end in a fight.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me.
I didn't.
I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out.
You did, love.
Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Major's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead
Alexander?
too, you know.
I hardly even know her.
They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No! They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What happened then?
Fear. Terrible fear. I feared the men who approached, but I also feared the potion, drinking it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Well, they were
Sleeping
mice.
potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream.
Damn.
Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
That mate sounds like a dickhead.
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
I thought she was going to start talking about her dragons then. How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Like, it gives me the option to not trust her. Fine.
Fine. I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet... What if he's forgotten me?
If he loved you, he'll remember, and want to help.
He said he would always love me. Go to him. Make haste, please.
Right. So, I'm still not entirely sure why the mage gave her a sleeping potion, just because he's an insane scientist mage guy, I guess. So, let me see if I got this straight. All the ghost stuff is happening because of her. Everyone dies when they get to the island because some mad scientist gave rats a plague. And she died horribly because of sleep potion. How did the dudes die before she died?
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
I don't know who the Conclave are. Mage Alexander's Log, Part 1. Okay, I'm going to read that. Edwin Greff's first map. Oh, hang on. It's a good look. Oh, of course. I forgot all about that. Right, it's great. Right. After being recruited by Professor Slavko Atimstein to join his research group, I began a study of Griffin School of Witches. My base of operations was the tomb under the Crookback Hills. Professor claimed this was the final resting place for one of the Griffins, and wished to find a way inside it. I'm one of the Wolf Witches. By the way, yes. I quickly discovered a range of places of interest, each marked with a pictogram in the shape of a Griffin School Witcher medallion. I marked these points on this map. Edward Greloff, adjunct in Natural History of Oxenford Academy. Ploughing the syphilitic son of epoxy whore, I lost the first map. I prepared for Professor Atimstein. In a game of Gwent, I must now return to my base camp near the tomb under the Crookback Hills and start anew. Meanwhile, I will mark further points of interest on this map. Right. Transit pass. I never did use that transit pass. Letter of safe conduct. Ladies of the Wood. Hang on. Where is it then? A lot of these bloody books. Soul for Witches, Elder Blood, Applied Magic, Bear Legend. Recipe for black eyeliner. When deprived of professional products, one can mix up black eyeliner from crushed medicinal charcoal mixed with fresh egg yolk and a drop of lavender oil to keep the condiments at bay. Store the eyeliner in a cool place for most 3 days, and then make a new batch. Because the old one has surely rotted, ingest the remaining medicinal charcoal, for it can only do you good. I love a witch's recipe. We're gonna have the Black Island. Journey of the Woods. Oh, there's Homecoming, the Viper School. Oh, I get it. There's Viper. Yeah, different schools. Come on, where is it? Alright, Alexander's log. Day 237. My experiments continue to return results I must consider unreliable. Methodological errors are not at fault. The problem lies in the shoddy and fallible research material I am forced to work with. Despite his prior assurance, Sarad is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my tests. Most of the material is starved and terrified, having been dragged here straight from the dungeon. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and delousing them before I will so much as let them step foot in my laboratories. Sterility first. Sorry. As Marty Sodegren managed to prove in her little-known work, an attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on the battle against the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm, for the noble work in which they are taking part. In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. I have tried a few times, though I am but a poor speaker, to convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. I had the distinct impression they understood little, but perhaps their stupor was merely the result of early stages of the illness. Of course, it is impossible to achieve success without significant sacrifices. The overwhelming majority of them will have to lay down their trifling lives on the altar of learning, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Day 346. I never did like rats, not because of their obscene tales, but rather on account of their lively, disturbing intelligence. They are always listening when a man believes he is only talking to himself, and what's worse, they seem to understand. A few days ago I caught myself talking to one of them, to a particularly large black male with a torn off ear. At first I was overcome by panic, but this was a first manifestation of the illness. Was this a first manifestation of the illness? Of course, that was impossible, for I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration, I concluded it was an altogether natural reflex, one even the most learned among us find hard to restrain. We mages like to be listened to. I placed the black rat in a separate cage. The time will come for it to play a part in the tests. Meanwhile, it can keep me company and observe. I've noticed it looks with great concentration at the cages of its infected brethren, particularly those in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none, besides the black rat, and cannot hope for better. Sarad avoids the laboratory and has expressed his desire for his daughter to steer clear of me as well. At first I thought he feared a moral scandal, which would be risible in the extreme, but he explained the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile psychic constitution. Observing the ill might throw her into foul humours. The peasants taking part in this study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what they believe this little act of defiance will serve. It does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, the woman, but as for her, I try to limit my contact. Let's take a sip. Day 362. My black rat has died. Today I found him curled up in his cage. I suspected he had become infected by accident, but during the autopsy I did not uncover any signs of the illness. He was also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained, something which, I must admit, irritates the scholar in me. But as previously mentioned, I'm not particularly fond of rats. Right, well, that's not the end of the log, is it? So let's see if I can find more of it. Ooh, new scavenger hunt, Griffin School gear. Right, there we go. And, yeah, Griffin School Diagrams Part 1. And Part 2. That's why I have to read the... You know what section that was in as well? That wasn't in the quest section. Oh no, it wasn't the quest section, wasn't it? Was it? No, it wasn't. It was in... It was in the usable item section. So what I need to do is, just in case, I need to do this now. Before I forget ever again. I may read them later. But I don't want to accidentally sell a piece of paper that's really important. So I'm just going to quickly go through them all. Like so. There we go. I've got a bookworm. And yeah, I'll read some of these. Hopefully later when I have time. I got something for that one, didn't I? Well, I'll come back to it. Bear Legend. I know the spy's notes. I've read them. Right, let's look around the room. There we go. Torn out page. Doppler decoction. New bestiary added for berserkers. There we go. That was a couple of things though. Yeah, so she's psychic. So that's why she's particularly good at being all cursy, because of her psychic powers. So the door came through. Yeah, it is. But there's still another floor. So yes, a bad combination of things. Why did he give her the sleeping potion? I assume we're going to have to fight the mage as well. Or an undead version of the mage. There we go. There's a treasure. Elemental oil. Would have been useful earlier. Cured leather. Cold and basilisk decoction. Let's save. It's been a while, hasn't it? There we go. Oh, did not mean to do that.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Oh, he didn't give a shit, did he? That mage. Well, he's a science mage, but whatever. Was that everything? Take Annabelle to Graham. Where is Annabelle? Am I holding Annabelle already? Take Annabelle. Why do you want me to go to... Oh no, he lives on the shore, doesn't he? I'm trying to see if there's a quicker way of doing it without using the boat, but I don't think there is. Okay. Let's find Graham. I assume I'm going to find out Graham's like in his 60s or something, and that was 20 years ago. Because obviously Ghost Stone Age, so you may as well use that for, you know, a storyline element. Don't, John, don't jump. I was so tempted to jump in, but I didn't realise at the last section. I don't get, unless it's just the monsters in the island, I don't get how no one could escape this place. And The Witcher didn't particularly have a hard time. Wrong way. Come on. Where are you? So we should have progressed quite a lot. Is this going to suddenly work? Yes, it is. Lovely. Can I walk out this way? Is there a quick way out? That'd be nice. There's a little house. Stuff in. Oh yeah, stuff. And things. Some silver. I'm seeing all this gold that peasant found. I mean, if no one can return, that gold must be somewhere. I take it I can't leave via this way. Damn. Ooh, I can. That's nice. I hurt myself, didn't I? Bloody hurt myself. Where's the elm? Yeah, I know. Oh, hang on. Let's get out of here. Oh, for some reason I thought... Oh, crap. For some reason I thought it was going to... I wish I read what I said as well, fast travel. I thought it was going to be opposite controls for some reason. But it's not. Oh well, I should have read that, but I know I missed it. Oh, it went away again. Is it in the menu? 'Cause recently discovered places. The school. Okay, no, that's all that was. Ah, a tower full of mice. They're real rats. Is that where Graham lives? Really close by. Back in Velen.
I don't want to see no one. You've got to. Just leave me be.
No one's leaving you be, Graham.
Why you been following me?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no
Okay, so this is recent.
Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon.
Well, it should be pretty easy to get in.
I want to talk.
You deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
I thought I knew.
Millie, Finch and Faulkner, they rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me as soon as I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower, hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she...
No, she's still dead.
Spoke to a ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
She was alive the whole time? But... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I'd have noticed she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fyke Isle.
Those are... her bones?
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
There we go. Tell Keira you've lifted the curse. Fuck out. Well, can't I telephone her? And Annabelle is in my book.
Looks like rain. Yeah. Annabelle was no living in a ghost. She's a pesta. And now she's free.
Oh dear. Right. Poor Graham. I knew there was some. Oh, I'm gonna have to read up on Annabelle. Or what a pester is. Let's be stories open. Alright, wraiths. Plague maidens. Patients seem to have hallucinations of a woman covered in scabs and boils, with rats scurrying about all around her. These ravings subsided after an administration of henbane and poppy extract. When plague ravages a region, a spirit will sometimes walk its lands, a ghost resembling an ill woman whose flesh rots off her bones and whose wake crawls a cavalcade of rats. No one knows whether the spirit brings the pox with her or is merely drawn to it like a moth to light, yet it is certain that she delights in dealing pain and suffering, in hearing the howling and moaning of men. Many have called into question the very existence of the plague maidens, or pesta, as they are sometimes called. Only 2 sightings of such a creature have ever been recorded, both during times of raging epidemic. As the name Plague Maiden suggests, these wraiths take the appearance of females, though exactly why that is remains a mystery. Some speculate they, like other such spectres, arise from powerful emotional charge associated with certain circumstances of death, such as death preceded by a long and particularly painful illness. So there we go. She's a Plague Maiden. And that's what Annabelle used to look like. It's interesting to draw a picture of a dead person that we'll never get to see. Or maybe will, I guess. Geralt encountered this young woman's ghost in the uppermost room of the haunted tower on Fyke Isle. She told him that in life she had been a local lord's daughter. When enraged peasants stormed the tower, she feared they would ravage on her, and if found her alive, so took a magic potion and put her into a corpse-like state of paralysis. When she awoke, she found herself lying amidst the bodies of her family and servants, unable to move. She watched in helpless horror as rats feasted on the pile of corpses and began to nibble on her as well. This grisly death must have somehow put a curse on her and the tower, for her ghost had wandered in it in restless torment ever since. Geralt engaged its vast experience with such curses and to search for a possible solution. Having learned that Annabelle had loved a simple fisherman named Graham, Geralt decided this man and the bond of true love the two youths shared could be their salvation. Nope. I don't know how to... Sadly... Sadly, what Geralt took to be the ghost of an innocent woman was in fact death and disease in spirit form. Now, how do I... Oh, now I've opened up Anna Strango as well. Damn it. I'll read that later though, but I gotta remember that. How the hell do I turn the page? Oh, there we go. A being known as a pester or plague maiden, having lured Geralt into the open, it killed the unfortunate Graham and then escaped to spread the pox and feed on human suffering. It is possible that this incident caused the local outbreak of Catriona that devastated the kingdom of Karak and sowed the seeds of Coastal City's ultimate downfall. Yeah, so that was dumb. That was a mistake. I could reload my game and prevent that from happening. I reckon that I shouldn't do that because that's cheating. But I have lifted the curse apparently. Even though I've definitely made things worse. I knew he was going to kill himself. I should have just let him kill himself rather than let the disease ghost out. Oops, sorry. Let's remember that everyone's secretly evil. You know what? That was...
Faster.
She did lie. And Geralt did catch her out on her lie as well. Hang on. I was confused then for a second. Oh, I want to know what's there.
The old god demanded 6 soldiers. You didn't bring but a single scurvy run. We're doomed. Use the one soured wine. Curse is your fault as much as mine.
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All God, clearly.
Oh, fair
You
enough.
too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. Suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All God watches over us.
Do you think there's a bloke downstairs?
Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
Yes, I'm gonna have a chat with this old god.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you've to stand before the altar and cry out, All God, help a poor wretch in need. Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Right, a greedy god. Oh, I don't know why I did that.
Oh, all God, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought, driving hail, earthquakes, avalanches. I have spoken.
Avalanches? Here? How would that work? No answer from the All-God. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him. Voice came from underground.
I should let the video go now, but... Oh. Oops. And the battery's getting low.
Someone placed an illusion here.
Ooh. So I wouldn't have been able to do this earlier. I wonder if it's the mage. Ooh, it's something.
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Oh, I didn't expect it to actually be a
pleasure
monster.
Expected the All-God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings.
Well, he can actually do curses.
To settle for curves and way? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, Demanding prayers and offerings, given naught in return. I talk at least.
That's fair enough.
Listen here, lardass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
I could have just killed all God, but... Alright, probably should have just let him die, but... He could come in handy. There we go. New things. Manuscript page. Let's go upstairs.
Anything new?
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you. I told you the All-God's merciful, understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? I want to take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Right, I've got to hand in... Before I let you go, I'm going to hand in the other quest I was doing. Where is it? Towerful and Mice. Level 8. Ooh, is that enough?
Top of the day. I'm busy, man.
The stairs, guys. Well, I got some money.
G'day.
Yeah, so I'm just going to hand in this quest and I'll let you go. Because, no, there's a natural ending point to this story and it's me handing in the quest. Come on. How far away is this? Why aren't you following the roads anymore? Crap it. Yeah, I didn't say crap it. That's not on turn, John. There we go.
Let's go.
Are we there yet? Well, why does our telephone not work this time? Oh, we're close. Out of the way. My horse is going through. Right. Well, at least she's done her hair.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
And you withheld this news until now? Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse, what was its source?
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter. To free her and the Isle, Graham, her beloved, had to help me.
So it ended well.
No.
I lifted the curse, so the island's clear. Annabelle's soul is free. Thing is, turned out she's a pesta. Graham's dead.
And you failed to notice. You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fyke Isle is free of its curse. That's important. I'm almost inclined to say good work.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
Farewell.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Fine.
Why not?
It's
If
a
he
quest
was coming
line,
in
right?
from Novigrad,
Finish it
he
off.
must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you.
But I'll do that in the
Should be
next
ever so
episode.
grateful.
Right, I've been John Proxy live, and I've been having a Witcher 3 Wild Hunt adventure. I'm going to do a favour for a friend on the next episode.